Now, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. That's what I call the show. If you don't know, it's August the 14th, 2014. One of the questions with less than 30 days remaining until Mayweather versus Maidana 2, the rematch on September the 13th, 2014, is who's on the undercard. Now, it was rumors before of it being Adrian Broner, Lucas Matisse, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and the list goes on and on. But right now, the undercard has been officially announced, and I got a boxing forum with about a little under 4,000 people or so, and basically the general opinion is people are pissed that, they feel it's a poor undercard. But in reality, if you think about the undercards we were seeing before May's undercard, we've had some pretty bad undercards. The undercards really didn't mean much up until Richard Schaefer, and his plan was to put Adrian Broner and Amir Khan on the same card but not fighting each other, which would have been a super card, but that card turned out to be the most expensive card of all time with Adrian Broner versus Carlos Molina. You had, I forgot who else was before that, and then you had Amir Khan versus Luis Collazo. Oh, you had Jalen Love versus Rubio. Was it Rubio? I don't remember. And then you had Mayweather versus Maidana. Now, this time around September the 13th, here's the fights. You got Leo Santa Cruz defending his WBC super bantamweight title against a guy by the name of Manuel Roman. Okay, but here's the thing. This Manuel Roman guy has a fight on August the 30th, and then has to fight Santa Cruz on the 13th for the Mayweather Maidana undercard. So just listen to that part. You got Alfredo Angulo fighting a guy by the name of James De La Rosa. And I'm guessing, okay, Angulo, well, Laura, you did give Laura a good fight, and you did fight on pay-per-view against Canelo. Here, let's throw you a bone. Let's throw the dog a bone, and let's get you on that Mayweather undercard. So you got Alfredo Angulo versus James De La Rosa. And you got Humberto Soto versus John Molina, which is going to be a good fight. And then also, you got Miguel Vazquez, a newly signed Heyman fighter, versus Mickey Bay. Then you think, well, wait a minute, why not Mickey Bay versus John Molina too? But the point I'm trying to make is those are the four fights, and let's go through them again. You got Santa Cruz versus Roman. You got Bay versus Vazquez, or Vazquez versus Bay. You got Soto versus Molina. And you think to yourself, well, like Angulo versus De La Rosa, you think to yourself, well, okay, they must be really counting on Floyd Mayweather to really sell this fight himself with Marcos Maidana rematch. And you know what? I think it's going to be enough. I really believe that this fight is going to pass. Well, this event is going to pass 1 million pay-per-view buys, because it has that momentum of the first fight that people didn't feel, oh, Marcos Maidana didn't have a chance, so they didn't buy it. To whereas in this time, it's that whole thing of, with everything going on in Mayweather's personal life and with the fight and with Miss Jackson and everything, there's a good chance he may lose. So fans, with the way they're going to build this up, if they do it right with the All Access, which is going to premiere on August the 30th, 2014, if they do it right, fans are going to be hyped. I'm going to be here hyping that shit up. It's part of my job. But you got to get the fans behind Marcos Maidana, and as far as, playing Floyd Mayweather for exactly what he is. Now, whether and I'm talking about the character, like whether all this stuff has been a publicity stunt, as far as keeping his name in the media, we don't know. But with an undercard like this, fans can't really be mad. We had some bad undercards, so. And then if you think about the cards we've been getting, the way Al Heyman's been putting his cards together, really, you can have a good card overall, but you have a good card of fighters that are in the same division that won't fight each other. So, it's a lose-lose situation. But regardless of the fact, I believe this pay-per-view is going to be a really good pay-per-view. I'm going to be covering all, 5 of those fights. I'm going to be covering them all. I see no reason not to. Those are good fights. If you think about, you got Angulo in action. He was on pay-per-view. You got Santa Cruz. And the thing about Santa Cruz is, listen, you got to realize that this is a Golden Boy Promotions card, co-promoted by Mayweather Promotions, but then you got Heyman Promotions overseeing it all, the mysterious advisor. So when you think about Santa Cruz turning down, a chance to fight Scott Quigg, or a chance to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux, whatever the news may have been. It's not him. Him and Al Heyman, I'm hearing, are pretty close. It's the fact that he was advised. See, this is what this manager does. People get mad at the fighters. I don't get mad at the fighters anymore. I don't get mad at Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse, Adrian Broner, Lamont Peterson, the John Molinas. I can't get the Floyd Mayweather. I can't get mad at them anymore. Because when I look at the guy who's controlling all this, the guy who says, okay, well, you two can fight, he don't do it. Like, you got Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia. Why is it taking for the fans to be outraged for a fight like that to happen? Because why? Because he didn't know. They had the nerve to put the two guys on the same card and didn't expect for fans to be pissed. Even though the ratings for the event was good, Rod Soto being knocked out by Danny Garcia, my back is killing me. But it was like a smack in the face to the fans a little bit. So now with this undercard on this pay-per-view, people are saying, I'm not paying for that shit. But then again, before last year, you was paying for it before. Worse than an undercard like this. But then again, you did have Canelo on the undercards and Mayweather before. But still, it used to be bad. This is a relatively new phenomenon, when it comes to these stacked undercards. And then when you look at the 4 fights that they have on there, those are notable names on there. As long as Mickey Bay passed the drug test, and as far as Leo Santa Cruz is concerned, he's going to have to fight Rigondeaux, Scott Quigg, or Carl Frampton one day. It's only but so long he could be running. I'm not saying that he's running, or so long that Al Heyman can keep him away from those fighters when he's the 118 pound champion. So 122 pound champion. So as far as Mickey Bay is concerned, well, he's got, as Mayweather would call it, he's got Molina problems. Molina's got Matisse problems. Molina's been trying to get a fight with Adrian Broner, but Al Heyman like, whoa, let me keep you two guys away from each other, right? You see what I'm saying? He manages them all. But I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover boxing, every single major fight live. Boxing news, rumors, whatever I feel like talking about. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch the video. Simple as that. But as far as news and boxing articles and everything, I made sure I got someone to do all that stuff, so you can't be riding my back saying, T Street, you don't have all this and that website right down below, Real Combat Media, T Street Controversy Live.